Dal here. We just finished up Don McDowell Outdoors Sunday morning live here on iHeart and Fox Sports 910 Phoenix. You know, today's main topic was the Masters of Disaster Bass Pro Shops up at Lake Mead. Saturday, April 24th, they had a qualifier up there. They had 249 boats registered for the event, and we're not sure who the tournament director was or who was in charge of this event. They're keeping that under wraps, and here's why. They're up on Lake Mead on an amateur event, amateur anglers, weekend warriors, if you will. Paid a lot of money to be there, gave up at least a week of their life to be there to fish one day. And as always at Lake Mead, imagine the wind was blowing. Who would have thunk it? Okay, the wind's blowing 10 to 12, so somebody at Bass Pro Shops made the call to stand down. We're not going to fish today. We're not going to fish tomorrow. We're going to fish on Monday. Okay, that's another mistake. You never put a hard date down when you have weather-related events. Okay, they should have fished on Saturday. We fish when the wind's blowing 10 to 12. So Monday morning comes along, and the wind is blowing. There's a double red flag warning out there, and unless you live in a box, that means don't go there. Do not launch your boat. Don't venture out on the waterway, wherever it is, inland lake, offshore, ocean, whatever the case is. You don't go. So they decided to let these guys go. What'd they do? Another major mistake. They had two flights, 125 boats, shotgun starts. The only people that do shotgun starts are golf tournaments. This is not a golf tournament. There was 249 boats times two, 500 people at risk in the wind. You can go to my website. We've got some videos of the shotgun start going off. There was 4 boats collided that we know of. There was 4 boats that filled full of water. Bass boats historically don't sink. They'll go right to the top of the gunnels. And pretty soon, here comes the Park Service going, you know what, you guys need to get off the water. So, another mistake. And once again, we don't know who the tournament director is. They've got this whole thing under wraps. And I'm not sure why. Rumor has it there's some 24-year-old kid. Yeah. Graduated from college, obviously doesn't know anything about fishing, working for Bass Pro Shops. Rumor has it that he made the call, these calls. So, we're going to be nice to him and not beat him up too bad. But, they finally text these guys and said, okay, another mistake. You guys need to come back. Okay. Oh my goodness. What they should have done is say, you harbor in a safe place until this wind lays down and you can get back safely. What a train wreck. Anyway, some guy says, well, what do we do with our fish? They said, well, dump your fish. So no fish got weighed in. A bunch of boats got trashed. 249 boats at risk with 2 anglers, 500 anglers at risk. What we do understand is Bass Pro Shops has offered not an apology, but a refund, and threatens to do this again. We took a little survey of the tournaments that Bass Pro puts on. Every one of them has been a train wreck one way or another. So I would say to you, Bass Pro Shops, you've done a good job buying Cabela's, buying Sportsman's Warehouse. You need to stay in your venue, sell stuff, leave bass tournaments to the professionals, because you know what? You're not a professional. And that's all I have to say about that, Don McDowell. You can catch us at huntingfishing.com. The rest of the comments, this is posted up in the archive newsletter that Doug does. So that's it for me on the pragmatic view of the obvious with the Masters of Disaster, Lake Mead, April 24th, Bass Pro Shops.